This video shows how to configure static or DHCP addresses on an AlphaPix Evolution using the OLED and keyboard buttons. So first, a little bit about the two different modes. DHCP is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. That means that the IP address is assigned from a device other than the controller. That means it comes from either a home network router or some other type of home device that's on your network that signs IP addresses to devices. Or it could be on a business network as a server. So you must have a DHCP server on your network for this to assign DHCP IP addresses. Now, a few notes about DHCP. DHCP means that it could change. It's dynamic. And so you could boot up each time and the IP address is different. So please be aware of that. So we're in regular mode. You can see it scrolling through. It currently has a static IP address of the factory default of 192.168.0.50, and we're going to change that to DHCP. We're going to do that by pressing briefly the M button, and we're then going to go to System Setup here. We're going to hit Select. It says DHCP No. We're going to hit plus or minus till it says DHCP Yes. Then we click OK. It says DHCP enabled, rebooting now, and searching for DHCP address. It's looking. Now, I should mention that this is not on a DHCP network, so it will not find a DHCP IP address. It now will say no DHCP server, default IP address used, and it's rebooting. And so it needs an IP address to work. So it cannot even boot up until it has an IP address. That either comes from a DHCP server or it comes statically. So what we're going to do here is we're going to change the static IP address to a static IP address. And let's just say we have another network such as 192.168.1.50 instead of the normal 0.50. We're again going to press briefly the M button, go to Select. This time we're going to say DHCP No, and we're going to click Select, the center button. You can see that it has 192.168.0.50, and if you want to just go ahead and accept each one of those sections, there are 4 of them here, just click OK. So, OK, we're going to change this one to 1. So we hit the plus, and you can see it's going up, or we can hit the minus, and it goes the other direction all the way to 255. So we want to change it to 1. I'm just going to hit the plus, go to 1, click OK, and now we're good. Now, the second part of an IP address is the subnet mask. Now, this video is outside the scope of subnet masking, but suffice to say that it is 255.255.0. So that means that 0 section, the last octet or the last 4 sets of digits, can be any number between 0 and 255. And so in this particular case, we're all good. So if you hit Select again, you'll go through the rest of the options. If we're all good, just hit the M button again. It's configured and it is rebooting now. So now what it's going to do is boot up again. It says static IP address, entering normal mode. And you can see static IP address 192.168.1.50. So now whenever it boots up, every single time, even if you power the unit off in the future and open it up next season, it will still bring up that same IP address, which you can see here. Now you can access it through the web interface, and if you need to, you can change it from the web interface.